Hello guys, another video for our fellow Filipino. As you know, I am here in the Philippines. It's not actually a vacation, but I asked my employer if I could work from home for like 2.5 months and they allowed me to do that. So this video is related to that because if you are a vacationing OFW, you have to secure an OEC or Overseas Employment Certificate. And by the way, this video is only applicable for Filipino. First, let's define what is OEC. All right. OEC is actually means Overseas Employment Certificate. This is an identity document that allows Filipino migrant workers to leave the Philippines for work. In some cases, if you are first-time OFW and you will be processed by an agency, your agency will process this document before you leave the country. But however, in our case, especially for those people who come to Europe or in Portugal with tourist visa, they filed manifestation of interest, they secure a job, or traveled in Portugal with a job seeker visa, and we secured a job directly when we traveled to that location. So we need to secure an OEC when we travel back to Portugal. For example, you go on vacation in the Philippines, but you don't have a record that you are an OFW. So what do we need to do is to register ourselves as an OFW. So to be eligible, you must be, of course, a Filipino citizen with valid employment contract from employer outside the Philippines. And take note that this contract must be verified by Migrant Workers Office in our Philippine Embassy. Where are you currently working? In our cases, it's in Portugal. The validity of OEC is 60 days and it is only valid for a single exit from the Philippines. So it's typically valid for the same length of time as the associated employment contract. So the benefits of having OEC is that it gives us exemption from travel tax, yung mga airport terminal fees. And it also allow us, the spouse and dependent, to pay reduced travel tax rate if your children or spouse will be traveling with you going back to the country where you are currently working. So in this video, I'm going to discuss with you what is the process, requirements, timeline, and fees because I already processed mine. Although my return flight to the Philippines is on March 2, I went to um, the Department of Migrant Workers, formerly known as POEA, last week to process my OEC. All right. So before we process the OEC, you need to have all this. So number one, verified contract from MWO or Migrant Workers Office, formerly known as POLO. And you need to have an appointment to the DMW website. Later on, I'll be sharing with you the website. And of course, you have to show up to your appointment with all the documentations that you need. Okay, so if you were asking ano ba yung verified MWO contract, I've made a separate video about that, paano nyo siya ma-obtain. Ito siya. And all you have to do, it's all online guys. So you need just to email the MWO office in Madrid. It's not in Portugal. So, hindi tayo ipaprocess ng Philippine Embassy in Lisbon. Instead, we need to communicate about these things in Philippine Embassy in Madrid in the MWO. All right. So, the first thing that you need to do if you want to process your OEC, of course, you need to have the contract verification. And then next, when you're already in the Philippines, having your vacation, okay, you need to go to this website, www.onlineservices.tmw.gov.ph, and then click nyo lang tong Let's Go. So after that, it will give you this page. If you're not an ex-OFW, then it means you have to register. Or if you are an OFW before, but maybe you are using their old portal, which is yung balikmanggagawa.com or .ph. So it means that you have to make a re-registration. So all you have to do is to click register. However, if you are previously an OFW and you already have an account dito sa um, Department of Migrant Workers portal, all you have to do is to enter your email address, and then after that, click yung next, and after that, enter nyo lang yung password nyo, and then log in. So, after nyo i-click yung login, ito yung makikita nyo sa page nyo. Keep in mind that hindi kayo makakapag-proceed sa pagkuha ng appointment kung hindi kumpleto yung details nyo dito sa inyong dashboard at sa inyong profile. So, usually you need to complete all this information when you make your registration, or if you are revisiting your account after a long time, then you have to update all the information here. So, this is the page. Kapag wala namang problema yung account, magdadirect lang din siya tuloy-tuloy. So, pag ito na yung page nyo, okay na siya, click nyo lang dito yung balik manggagawa. After nyo open balik manggagawa, ito yung page na mag-a-appear sa inyo. Kiklik nyo lang yung next. So, in this part, again, hindi kayo magpo-proceed sa next kung may mga kulang kayong information. So, the most must-have is, of course, yung passport data. Kailangan available. Yung pag-ibig data, I don't know why it's not appearing not available, pero available siya. Pero hindi naman siya required. So, kung ano yung mga must-have, kailangan nyo siyang i-complete. Then, pag okay na, click nyo lang yung next. And then, ito yung mag-a-appear. So, in this part, i-input nyo dito kung kailan yung flight date nyo. Ngayon, kung wala pa kayong flight date, wag muna kayong kumuha ng appointment or OEC. Kasi magbe-base din doon yung officer para sa expiration ng inyong OEC. So ayan, from my end, it's March 2, 2025. Then after that, click lang natin yung next. All right. So in this part, as you know, makikita nyo dito, change employer. Kasi before, meron akong other employer pero hindi sa Portugal. It's in Saudi Arabia. So, ginagawa natin yung pag-update every time na we change our employer, we change the country, and so on. So for example, currently I'm working at PTW, but maybe when I come back next year, hindi na ako sa PTW, then again, I need to do this process to update the records of my employment as an OFW. So in my case here, andito yung mga information, merong ERN number, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, gender, passport number, at expiry ng passport. And then the transaction type, it was automatic change of employer kasi na-detect niya na meron akong employer before. And then I input all this information, so employer or principal name. So nilagay ko dyan PTW Portugal. And then there's other field that we need to fill out. So like address ng employer, country, city, agency, you will put not applicable because sa mga katulad nating nag-job seeker visa, hindi tayo dumaan ng agency. Or doon naman sa mga kababayan natin na nag-manifestation of interest, so no need to input agency. Then position name, type your title, or click nyo tong select kasi may mga standard job title sila. Kung hindi nyo mahanap dito yung job title nyo, piliin nyo kung ano yung closely similar dun sa current job title nyo. Then, job site, you have to choose your country of job site at kailan nag-start yung contract nyo sa current employer nyo. And then, for the contract duration, I know naman na in Portugal or in Europe, walang sometimes permanent employment. It's like regular status, di ba? So, just put 24 months because there's no option 0. It's either you will put 12 months or 24 months. Just put 24 months. And then you have to input your salary, basic salary, the currency, and period if that is monthly, annual, or semi-annual. Then you will have to click submit. After nyo i-submit, ito yung mag-a-appear sa page nyo. So in this part, pipili kayo dito, i-drop down box nyo lang siya kung saan yung gustong DMW or Department of Migrants Workers Office mag-process. So pinakamalapit sa akin is SM Bacoor, so yun yung pinili ko. Pero na makaraming option dyan na pwede nyong piliin. Then after that, click nyo lang yung next. And then dito, wala kayong makikitang appointment. So click nyo lang yung nearest available para makita nyo yung mga available appointment. So, ito siya. Yan. Ganyan nyo siya makikita. So, andito yung date, andito yung time, makikita nyo rin yung available slots, and pwede nyo siyang piliin na dyan kung alin yung gusto nyong appointment. Pag nakapili na kayo ng appointment, lalabas na to. Ayan. Tapos, andito din yung mga requirements na dapat nyong dalhin. So, guys, keep it in mind ha, napaka-basic nitong requirements. Pero, hindi nila nilagay dito na kailangan yung dalhin yung inyong TRC or Temporary Resident Card. Pero, dalhin nyo siya kasi hinanap siya ng officer. Which is, ako naman talaga, pagka ganung nagpa-process, binibasic ko na yon na anything like proof of residency, dinadala ko siya palagi. So after that, click nyo lang yan, print appointment. May lalabas na ganito na may barcode. Ito yung ipiprint nyo kasi ito yung ipipresent nyo doon sa office para i-validate yung appointment nyo. And again, may reminder sila dito ng mga documents na kailangan yung dalhin at iisa-isahin natin yan. So of course, original and photocopy of your valid passport. Napaka-basic niyan. Lagi na yung basic. Original and photocopy of visa or work permit. So, ang inattach ko sa akin dito ay yung Portugal Job Seeker Visa. Then, kinapi ko yung Temporary Resident Card. Then, kinapi ko yung Temporary Resident Card. And then, original and photocopy ng employment contract. Tatanungin nila kayo dyan, nasaan yung original na verified contract. So, in our cases, sabi ko, wala namang original kasi in-email lang yon ng embassy ng Spain or ng MWO office ng Spain. So, tinanggap naman nila yung explanation. Kailangan lang talaga marunong ka mag-explain. Proof of current employment. So, ito yung mga option na binigay nila. Either Certificate of Employment, payslip, or company ID. Since high-tech na yung company namin, di na sila nag-i-issue ng company ID. So, payslip na lang yung inattach ko. And then, sworn statement of the workers providing explanation on how you got the job, how we got the job. So, itong part na to, nung natanggap natin yung verified employment contract, meron dong template ng sworn statement, naka-Tagalog siya. Pero yung template kasi na sinend sa akin is distorted. Tabingi yung pagkaka-photocopy. So, gumawa na lang ako ng sarili ko and I'm going to share it with you later on. And then, enhanced insurance coverage, temporarily suspended. Hindi siya hininga, hindi rin siya binanggit. So again, isa-isahin natin, ano ba yung mga tiningnan dun sa verified employment contract. So, kung nagpa-verified kayo ng employment contract, ganito yung itsura niya. So, yung front page, nandun yung resibo. So, yung resibo is 9 euro kasi 9 euro yung binayaran. And then, dun sa contract nyo, all pages, may stamp siya dapat ng ganito. And then, sa last page ng contract, meron siyang ganitong verified ng Migrant Workers Office. So, ganito siya. So, aside from verified contract, you need to attach your... Aside dito sa mga to, may stamp din at verified yung inyong passport copy na sinend nyo, yung resident card, card yung nalagay ko, at yung payslip. So, tinataka nila lahat yon. Refer lang kayo dun sa previous video ng how to process verified employment contract sa MWO. And then, ano ba yung sworn statement or declaration? So, ito yung ginawa kong sworn statement. So, wala namang nakaspecify na kailangan nyo siyang ipanotary. Pero ako nga, alam ko ang government hindi ang consistent. Sometimes, i-ask kayo mag-notary, sometimes hindi. Or depende minsan sa branch or sa office kung mag-process kayo ng Bacolod or Iloilo or Manila. So, sa Cavite, hindi naman nila sinabi. Pero ako, pinanotaryo ko na para hindi ako pabalik-balik just in case na hingiin nilang naka-notary. So, ito yung template na ginamit ko. Pwede nyo siyang i-edit. Ilalagay ko yung link sa description ng video. So, yan na mismo. Ako na rin nag-print. Dinala ko lang sa abogado para ipanotaryo para mas mura ng konting bayad. Kasi pag sila pa yung nag-type, mas mahal ng konti. Alright. After kong makomplete lahat ng documentation, of course, nag-show up ako sa appointment ko. Punta lang dun sa guard, bibigyan ka ng number, which is number 5 ako. Ang appointment ko is January 6, 11 a.m. sa SM Bacoor. Number 5 ako. And napaka-easy lang naman ng process. Nung natawag yung number ko, pumunta lang ako dito sa counter, sinabit ko lahat ng documentation, copy. Then, hiningi niya yung original passport tsaka yung original temporary resident card. Then binigay ko yun sa kanya. And just after maybe less than 15 minutes, tinawag na ulit yung pangalan ko at inisyuhan na ako ng OEC. So ito siya, ganun kabilis ang process ng OEC, basta sundin nyo lang lahat ng steps. And aside from that, wala tayong binayaran na fees, zero. Okay? So, yun lang. Kung may mga question kayo, comment lang kayo dyan sa video natin. And ito yung mga ating Facebook page, yung ating group for Portugal Job Seeker Visa. Alright. See you in Portugal.